good afternoon, good evening. This is Lotus D. Welcome to my channel. Unwind with me for a bit. Hopefully, this will not take too much of your time. Trying to keep it to like a 15-minute. I have a lot of information to cover, and I really want to go over anxiety with you guys today. I did leave a little bit in the notes, so feel free to go back to them in a post that I left in order to understand what we're talking about again today. But definitely, I will take as much time as are allowed it to ensure that you guys get as much information as you can in regards to that. It's something that I feel like is affecting everyone, especially these days, due to what we're going through as a nation, as a people, as individually, et cetera, et cetera. But definitely, it's something that I know for a fact that I feel I sense a lot when I'm around people that they're going through different things. So, being anxious is a normal reaction to a lot of things. We're going to cover being having anxiety when others again see it, and then anxiety when no one's around, and then some techniques that I want to share with you guys. So let's get into it. If I happen to look back, I do have some notes today, so I want to make sure that I don't fall off track and stay on track for you guys, okay? Hopefully everyone's doing well, and we will go ahead and start our unwinding. All right, which remember, unwind means to undo. Okay, there you go. So, what people see when they see anxiety, one of the things is that you'll see someone probably avoiding the situation. Uh, and I say avoid a situation, it could be a scenario, it could be work, it could be avoiding people, period. It could be not calling back on the phone. It can be not answering a call, ghosting you, if you will, leaving you in the red, whatever you want to call it. It could be that. It could also be at work, someone just really not wanting to talk to people today, um, or not wanting to um, meet you for lunch as they normally do, or talk to you at the break room, or things of that nature. So a lot of those things can happen when it comes to avoidance, right? And you can see it. So when you see those things, know what they mean and understand that it's not something against you, because a lot of times we take things personal. It has nothing to do with us whatsoever. Okay. Negativity, big one. Huge. Actually, I was going to make that number one at first, but I was like, no, we'll wait. The expression of being criticized. Is it really? Or can it be that maybe that person had a bad day starting off and they unfortunately are having a hard day coming into work, and they probably should have taken a well-being day, but they don't know about it, or they just didn't do it because they thought they could get over it. There's a lot of times that happens that people shoot out words of negativity, and because they're hurting inside, and hurt hurts, right? So keep that in mind when that's happening, and taking it personal is not a good thing again, because think about now, if this person's that way all the time, they probably just don't like their job. Just saying. But if they're not, give them some grace. Just give them some grace. It'll be okay. Anger. There we go. What does anger really do? So it's a strong feeling of annoyance, displeasure, or hostility. Anger to me, I've seen people get cut off in traffic. And because they're cut off in traffic, they'll get a bird or they'll cut you off in traffic because they're mad you cut them off. Or they roll their window down. We've seen some episodes on TV where, it's like a cop TV show or something, and they're like, get out the car and hit you with a bat, or hit the car with a bat. It can be outrageous. Or you cut them off and you grab, how dare you grab a parking spot before them? These things happen, right? Anger. Have you ever said to that person, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You're like, you sure? Dude, if you want this parking spot, there you go. Just putting it out there. It's amazing what happens from there. People will break down and cry. People will say, no, it's fine. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And they will share with you things that you probably didn't ask for. I've had people cut me off in Starbucks, and someone behind me go, "Why didn't you say something to them?" They're just one more person. Really? Well, then I'll get in front of you. Go ahead. Are you? And then they think you're dumb because you're kind. Kindness is a beautiful thing, and more people need to do it. Because guess what? If I am taking 5 extra minutes in line to get my Starbucks coffee, I'm okay with that. Not everybody. Don't get it twisted. Not everybody's gonna be okay with that, but I'm okay with it. But it goes back to reacting. I've had people, a little shop I used to go to in New York, I had people like stop me before and buy me a coffee because the other day I let them get in front of me. Hey, I'm like, free stuff? I'm like, free coffee? How you doing? I love me some free coffee. You know what I mean? I've had people behind the counter tell me, you're like this every day. And we know you love coffee because you're in here twice a day sometimes, depending on the job, depending on the day. And I'm like, I'm not expecting free. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna take it and I appreciate it. And thank you for seeing me for who I am, unapologetically myself. It's amazing what happens because you did something nice for someone else, but really kind because you humbled yourself, pulled yourself away from the situation. Understand that person is having a moment and they have to have their coffee before they do anything else or their head might explode. Seriously, that's how you feel, right? Because that's what they're showing you. Grace. Nervousness. Rattling, right? You're like, okay, you're at it. Ooh, what is going on? Why are you shaking? Why are you shaking? They're shaking. They're shaking. Why are they shaking? Their nerves are bad. Nerves are bad because they probably didn't take time to breathe. I mean, simply just breathe. They didn't, they had to rush into work or something happened with the babysitter or something. Who knows why? But again, their nerves are bad. So what do we do with that? It's up to you. If it's somebody you know and love, you know how to react to help them. Sometimes not reacting at all is the best way for them to calm their nerves, right? Being irritated, so irritable. Again, goes back to someone who basically everything ticks them off. You say something. I don't want to talk to you right now. Can you go? I don't want to do that right now. How's it going? It's still going bad for me. Can I finish what I was saying? Can I talk to you for a second? Why don't you just go home then? What? No, I don't want to go home. I need the money. Are you sure? Oh man. I'm sorry. I can't do my job today, can I? No, you're you're not you're making me irritated. And I don't know. I came in here good. What's going on? Let's go downstairs and talk. Or let's go over here and talk. Or hey, why don't we just go around the corner and take a walk? Physical activity. We'll talk about that later. But again, helps. Worry. Whew, I don't know what's going on. My card worked this morning. I don't have any lunch money. Um, I don't know. I mean, I know that my check didn't go through my account. It froze. Um, everything starts to unbuckle, starts rattling and starts to be to a point where they can't control it because they're worrying. Worrying is really huge on here, by the way. Worrying is causing anxiety. It causes anxiety. We know this about actual or potential problems. So it's a process that through thoughts. So if you're thinking it, what if it's not even true? What if it's not even happening, but it's in your mind? You think it's going to be something that's going to happen later. Then you're thinking too much, right? It's overwhelming. You're worrying. You're worrying so much to the point where it's causing you to not even be able to figure out why you're worrying anymore. You forget you're even worrying. Now you just don't even know what you're doing. You're just upset. You're being negative. You're trying to avoid the situation. Not avoid people, but avoid the situation. These are all forms of anxiety that people see. These are forms of anxiety that are start off within us and we project them. And I'm going to tell you what that looks like when it starts off internally. So, insomnia, I'm just going to go through this, okay? Insomnia, confusion, rapid heart rate, upset stomach, insecurity, trouble concentrating, feelings of guilt, feelings of rejection, feelings of just being disrespected, feelings of loneliness, loss of appetite, and last but not least, strong feelings of worry are what people can't see, but we think they can because we're going through it internally. So, insomnia, you couldn't sleep last night, so you were late to work, didn't have your breakfast coffee, you had insomnia, you didn't fall asleep until 3, you got to get up at 7, you had insomnia, and you've had insomnia for a period of time in your life, and you're having a moment. That's insomnia. Not able to sleep or not wanting to sleep for various reasons. We'll talk about that another time. That has a whole nother, topic, and we'll go into that. Um, we'll go into these again at some point. Confusion, confusion. So being confused, right? Not understanding what's going on. And then you know what's going on, but you don't understand why you're going through it. And then you're going through it and you're like, what happened? What did I just do? It's almost like forgetfulness, being forgetful, because you're so confused. You don't even know why you're confused anymore. You're just confused over everything. Everything is just coming at you all kind of ways. Rapid heart rate was huge to me because it makes me think of, you know, needing to take some type of low blood pressure medicine because maybe your pressure is up. And then one of the things that I used to have all the time, and I'll cover that with you guys, is that I used to have anxiety when I didn't know it was anxiety. I was just like, I have an upset stomach, and I'm worrying about how it's gonna go. It was more so I had an upset stomach because I had done something so many times, but I still would get it, even though I knew I could make it through. It's crazy how that works. Anxiety. And then at least the other thing that I felt was really big was the feelings of guilt. I hear that a lot from people who have kids that they feel guilty about they didn't do this, they didn't do that. I think the biggest thing when it comes to that, and I'm only speaking from my experiences, I don't have any kids, unfortunately, was not blessed with that. But those who were, I would say this: the guilt you feel is in you. Your child doesn't feel or know you're guilty or feel guilty. And a lot of times it's something that you can correct or change within yourself because sometimes that guilt that you're feeling is because you didn't do something you felt you could have done better with something or someone. You can change that anytime. But at the same time, the child you thought you had was 12, and now the child that you had is now an adult and they're 32, 42, whatever. Get over the guilt. And that's easy to say, but guess what? You can't change what you did in the past, but you can change how you made people feel. So as long as you made them feel love and you gave them as much as you could possibly give of yourself, and and when I say that, to still have something that's you, then stop. Um, and then last but not least, loneliness. You can be alone and not have loneliness. There's so many ways to reach out to your community and find people within your community. And church is also another way to reach out to people. Not talking about religion, just talking about church. Congregating with other people that have like minded. whether it's Catholic, whether Hindu, Muslim, all different types of religion, you know, getting with that community, whether you happen to be part of the LGBTQ community, maybe that you happen to be part of this community, getting with those people and being able to share, or just finding a new friend at work, it's always fun. A lot of my friendships came from that. And fortunately, I've been very blessed with some amazing people in my life. But I do want to talk about the healing from the root. So there's a couple of different exercises that I really believe in, and it's relaxating techniques. So relaxation techniques. Um, Meditation's one, which we will definitely we will talk about. We will discover different ways of doing that together. What I do for that. There's yoga, which is so great because you can unwind, undo the day, if you will, by stretching. Stretch your mind, your spirit, your soul, your energy. You know, in my case, here's some bones crack. And then, of course, physical activity. My mom likes to, I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but she likes to walk the dog. So she'll walk the dog a little bit and then she'll ride her bike. I love to swim, so I'll be doing that a lot. But, finding things that help you. And then last but not least, I want to go back to the deep breathing exercise. One of the things I do, hopefully you can still hear me. I'm gonna hit this way because I'm gonna have to breathe in, breathe out. I like to do 4 counts in of breathing and 4 counts out. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. And I do it for you can put a timer on your phone or your watch if you have a watch on that that you can use to help you. But you do this simply. It's a very simple situation. Such simple. If you notice, as I'm breathing in, I'm feeling a little bit, I need to refresh. I need to shake it off. So by breathing in, I'm breathing in the day. And then when I release it, I'm letting go of the day. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. I'm breathing in a day, so I might feel a little anxious. Even get a little bit to the point where I even lean over a little bit because I'm getting it out. By doing it for 5 minutes, it helps. There's been times where I had situations at work where I had to come with it, go deal with a customer situation, or go deal with someone on the team and help them out and manage them a certain way. And it was a lot to do, but I knew if I was ready and pumped up and got my synergy back, my core, if you will, I was going to be able to do it. So, anyway, that's what I do, guys. And it's a little bit long today. It's 18 minutes. I'm sure when we go live, it'll be more than that. But that being said, I just wanted to say to you guys, hopefully you learned a little bit of something today. I shared a little bit of me, and understanding, what anxiety looks like and how we should have grace for people, um, because a lot of times they have to have grace for us. Being kind is important because it not only makes you feel amazing, but it helps that person too. And then, last but not least, being there for others, all right? Because hey, comes right back at you. All right, it's good karma, good energy. And the other thing that I didn't mention that I must mention before I say goodnight or goodbye or see you later, see you next time, is that I also believe in prayer. So, you know, it helps me stay in line with my day as well. As I close my day, praying for good sleep, good rest, praying that I can go to sleep, insomnia, and things of that nature, and praying that the next day will be a better day than the day I had today. Or if it was an awesome day, can I have it one more time, please? Just one more time. But other than that, see you for the fourth video that's coming up soon. Remember that we're going to be uh, taking it in, or should I say, extending our month on this channel a little bit longer for wellness. And I really do look forward to seeing you guys again. Or in this case, you seeing me. One or the other. We'll see each other. All right. Take care of yourselves and each other. Peace out.